Orbital. Orbital is a map that means a lot to me. Not only is this map really cool looking, but it's also the first map I collected the skull on for my first Vidmaster achievement, Brain Pan, where you have to find all 6 of the skulls on all the mythic maps. Which sadly, I never finished all of the Vidmaster achievements to obtain recon armor. I could never get a group together long enough to beat the last mission of Halo 3 ODST with the Iron Skull enabled while playing on Legendary with 4 players through Xbox Live. Also, you couldn't use a Warthog or a Scorpion for this Vidmaster achievement, which is ironically called Deja Vu, and if you've ever done or at least attempted that achievement, you know why it's called that. And you know the struggle, my friend, and I honestly feel sorry you have to live with that kind of PTSD, but I live with it too, so don't worry about it. Every time I got a group together though, it would last like 2 or 3 tries and my teammates would just give up. Douchebags. But the last scene of ODST, not the legendary ending itself, is Sergeant Johnson having a smoke while talking with Virgil on Orbital. Here, have a look for yourself.
Lord Hood may have given you clearance, but it was my op and it's my interrogation. We only captured one. It's very delicate.
Don't worry. I know what the alien's like. It has access to the Covenant BattleNet?
Limited, but yes. We're not entirely sure how it manages a remote connection to the... What?
Whoa, stand down, stand down!
Sergeant Major, please. It's extremely flammable.
The brutes. The bastards who put bombs on your buddies and killed millions of my people. They're digging a mighty big hole. You're gonna tell me exactly what they're looking for, and then you're gonna help me stop them.
There were many reasons I wanted to remake Orbital, but that's probably one of my biggest reasons for remaking it, is that cutscene. Also, I think this is the first cutscene in Halo that takes place on a multiplayer map. Correct me if I'm wrong though. But I also knew Orbital would teach me a lot of things as well. For example, I'm not the greatest at interior design, and that's all Orbital is, so I knew Orbital would basically force me to get better at that kind of thing. I'm also not the best at making asymmetrical maps as well, and I feel like Orbital, while similar in design on each side, they do function quite differently from one another. I feel like with how each side is designed, it creates this nice flow in multiplayer. Well, at least it does for me most of the time. I just hope my slightly overscaled version doesn't really ruin that flow at all. And it all started with the damn door, honestly, because I knew if I was remaking Orbital, I had to get the door right. So I started this pretty tedious journey with this door. Well, it's a bit taller, by like 100 foot I'd say. I think it does the job. Also, this door took me like a full day to make, and I just couldn't get it scaled right, as well as I didn't know how to script the noise to a door, so that took me the longest to figure out with this map. I still don't think I did it right because the noise is always playing, but if you do open the door, it does play on command. So if you have a proper script for that kind of thing, hook a brother up, would you, could you? The next thing I kind of messed up was this hallway, and it's because of how I overscaled Blue Base. It was either overscale this hallway, or restart the map entirely in my mind, and I didn't really want to restart, so I told myself that I'm not a developer, and I'm never gonna get this shit perfect, and not to worry about it. Telling myself that made it a lot easier moving forward on this map. While I tried my best to stay true to what's there in the original, I couldn't get everything, and had to cheap out in a lot of spots of the map, and I still maxed the budget out to top it all off. What it really comes down to though for me personally is the things Orbital taught me with interior and asymmetrical design. That's something I'll be able to take forward with my future maps in Halo Infinite. I always try to do something new when it comes to foraging because it teaches you a lot of new ways to use the forge palette at hand. I love that kind of thing. That's why I've always loved foraging since Halo 3. It has allowed me to bring my imagination to life in so many different ways. Whether that's through remakes or my own original maps, each one I actually do complete does teach me something new every time. While it was frustrating as hell to make Orbital, and I didn't do the greatest job at what I set out to do, I still managed to pull it off in my own way. So that's an accomplishment I'm proud of in my books. I can't wait to show you guys my next map, which is also a remake of a map from a previous Halo game. I love doing remakes a lot because it teaches me things developers do, sort of. with detailing things. Also, while making this map, I noticed something kinda odd on the original version of Orbital. Here, I'll show it to you. Yeah, that doesn't quite work, Bungie. How do you fit this room in that little tiny space, man? But one last thing before I go though. So I know I'm quite late to this news, but the man himself, Joseph Staten, is coming back to work on Halo Infinite, and that's really dope to see. Honestly hope they don't try my dude though, with some sort of bullshit in some way. Instead, just make him feel at home, and that he feels like he belongs there at 343, and needs to stick around to give us the best Halo stories possible. That would be dope. Also, I know my boy Joseph Staten has some sort of pull with Marty O'Donnell, so would you give my boy a call and have him make a few tracks for Halo Infinite, please? If he would even be interested in that sort of thing. For the love of God though, that would bring me so much happiness to hear some new Marty tracks for Halo. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, and also consider subscribing if you like my videos as well. Hook a brother up. It don't cost you nothing but some love, G. Also, I'll see y'all later.